People, this is Dr. Nicole coming back at you, still trying to get my lighting straightened out, but coming to you nonetheless on this wonderful Monday, our wonderful Monday fun day. So, just wanting to come in here on this Monday. It is a Monday, so we will not study long, but we will hopefully be strong. So remember, this is Dr. Nicole. I am your guide on the side. I am your rise and ride. I am your partner in possibility. I am your positivity champion for life. It is a joy to be with you here. And here, where we are, is practicing positivity in the studio. And as you can see below, this is what we do here. This is a shared learning lab, a dynamic, engaging space for building an ongoing practice of those things that nurture what gives us energy, what gives us vitality, what gives us zest for that LIFE. And what we mean by that here in the studio is L, what fills us with a sense of love, I, inspiration, as well as imagination, what extends, what expands our imagination. F, what is it that gives us and fills us with a sense of freedom, of faithfulness to what it is that we came to do and how it is that we came to create an extraordinary experience of this thing called life. So that's what we do here in the studio. Listen, and as you may recall, we have a little magic formula here. I talk about these practices and tools and resources that help us cultivate positivity. And for those of you that are just kind of coming on this 100-day journey that we're on, day 14, is that listen, we want to come and I want to give you some tools. I want to give you a little bit of a practice that you can take with you, a little bit of insight to build on, a practice that you can take with you to really seat that practice within your way of being in your life. And then a little bit of pause so that you can take what you hear here, take the practice, take whatever resonates for you, and that you can just put it into a place that is going to be uh, um, recallable, a place where you can grab onto it. So whether that's writing down in a journal, putting it on a post-it next to your on your monitor, but you want to be able to have a moment where you can have your own revelation of what it is that we're talking about as we go through this process of practicing positivity. And remember, we want to practice positivity, those things that those positive emotions that help us then to broaden our perception, our perspective, so that then we have access to other insights, other possibilities, other opportunities that get blocked out, that get suppressed in moments of stress, in that fight, flight, freeze mode where we go from spaciousness and perspective to tunnel vision survival. This is why we practice positivity on top of all of the incredible benefits to our health, to our longevity, to our mental health. So, practicing positivity, it's not an avoidance of problems or things that need our attention. It is what empowers us to bring our best self to address those things that require those problems, those challenges, those concerns that require and demand our attention. So that's it. Let's get into it. And we like to do all of this in 10 minutes or less. So look, grab something to write with and write on, a pencil. If you're old school like me, get your old number 2 pencil, grab a piece of paper or a journal, whatever it is that you are working with, again, to hold on to those things that make sense for you. So here's where we're going today. We are focusing on strengths today. Now, out of positive psychology, for those of you that are aware of the character strengths movement, listen, no matter what you've been told, listen, your partner in possibility, Dr. Nicole, I'm telling you, no matter what you heard, no matter what you've been told, no matter what your fifth grade teacher told you after you talked out of turn in class, listen, you are full of strengths. You are full, you are filling, you are overflowing with strengths. And here's the deal. We all have our different constellation and our different expression of these strengths, but we all got them. That's what I want you to know. And if you are in any way familiar with the character strengths movement or via character strengths, there's a core 24 strengths that we all have that have been demonstrated across time, across history, across culture, across geography. There are a set of strengths that we as human beings tend to agree on. Things, virtues, strengths like vitality, wisdom, strengths like, gosh, my favorite, appreciation of beauty and excellence. We all have strengths like creativity, humor, kindness. So we all have a set of strengths, though, of that 24 that are the ones that really make us feel most energized, most revitalized, most alive, most fully and completely ourselves. So as you think about, again, yourself teeming with strengths, I want you to remember, you've got not only a whole cadre of strengths, but you've got a set of signature strengths that, boy, when you flex those signature strengths, you feel unstoppable. So here's what I want you to know. Using your strengths, whether you are aware of the character strengths or just those things that make you feel, when you use them, you feel unstoppable. They make you feel great. They make you feel effective. They make you feel confident. So when you think about those strengths, here's what I want you to know today. We'll go into character strengths a little bit later in our 100-day journey. Excuse me. We're going to go into those in detail a little bit later in our 100-day journey, but right now what I want you to know is to consciously use those strengths. Hey, that is a happiness boost. That is a happiness boost. So whenever you're starting to feel a little bit funky, or you're starting to feel a little bit anxious, or maybe think there's a lot going on and you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're reminded of something that you did that was not your best moment, plug into your strengths. Think about a time when you have used your strengths to do something, to accomplish something, to move through something, to navigate around something. Think about that time when you used your humor to help yourself get out of that funk. Think about a time when you used your judgment, your perspective strength, to be able to actually look at a situation from multiple angles, to be able to put something, to right size it in perspective. So think about the strengths that you have and how you've used them to help you move through life. So as we come into this moment here, our pause moment, the practice that I want to encourage you with is simply just to notice. So remember what we were saying earlier. The power of these positive emotions is they clear a pathway for us. They help us to see clearly what are our options. They help us to see clearly. There might be some things that don't seem like on the surface that they would make a good connector point, or that they would go together. But when we have the clarity that positive emotions can give us, as well as that boost of energy, of serotonin, of oxytocin, helps us to see how we can connect to ourselves, connect to others, connect to possibility. So take a moment and think about, just for today, on this Monday of Mondays, think about, gosh, what strengths do I have? What strengths have I used just today? What strength? Was it patience? Was it kindness that made a difference for me today? And here's what I'd ask you to write down. how can I remind myself to take a beat, take a pause, so that when those strengths are active, that I notice and I appreciate them. What's one, two things that I can do to help me stay mindful of my strengths and to catch myself or to catch someone else flexing their strengths and I can acknowledge them? How can I celebrate my strengths today? It took me a minute to get there, team, but I got there. How can I celebrate my strengths today? Spoiler alert, notice them. How can I celebrate my strengths today? Start by noticing and acknowledging your strengths. And here's the practice to take with you. Spot one strength in yourself plus one. As you go forward into tomorrow, and maybe even before you hit the sack tonight, spot one strength in yourself plus one, plus someone else. Bonus points for letting them know the strength that you see them offering up. And with that, I want to send you off into your evening just to have some wonderful dreams about, acknowledging, celebrating, appreciating your strengths, and celebrating and appreciating someone else for theirs. Remember, rising tide raises all boats. That's why we do this practice of positivity together. So you know how we do. Remember, like, subscribe, and share if this is at all, if it's a blessing for you, if it's just an encouragement for you. Remember to like, subscribe, share it with somebody who might need a little bit of positivity boost. And remember, you can always find me at tgcconsultinginc.com for more tools, practices, prompts to keep your positivity game strong. Sign up at the website that you see at the bottom of your screen. It was, as usual, a delight for me to be here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 15. In the meantime, remember your practice. Hey, spot a strength in yourself. Celebrate plus one. Spot a strength in somebody else and let them know. Let them know you see them flexing that strength. On that note, I'm Dr. Nicole, your partner in possibility, your positivity champion for life. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Be well.